Earth, the not-so-distant future. Solar flares and overcrowding have destroyed the world's food supply. From her secret lab at Ingest Corp, bioengineering billionaire Ericosaurus creates an incredible breed of 8-legged creatures with all the meat and muscle humanity needs to survive. But will we survive the Spidersaurs?
Howdy, my gorgeous geeks. It is I, Sculii Drew, and how the heck are you? I'm great. Very great. Thank you for asking. Today we're going to take a look here at Spidersaurs, which is a Contra-style run-and gunner by those brilliant little minds over at WayForward.
Looks like I'll have to cancel practice.
So this game is your typical little run-and-gun fare, with a lot of creativity sprinkled into it. It's super difficult. I have a hell of a time trying to get through this game. But obviously the difficulty in this is very intentional. And yes, there's a fun little story that's wrapped around it where this company called Ingest is trying to develop a new source of food. And through intern trials, they somehow developed this insect dinosaur hybrid. And now we have to pretty much control it.
Right on time. We can begin.
As you can see, one of the main characters comes in with a pizza as a delivery guy, but they block it with the dialogue boxes and the arts and stuff. I couldn't believe they did that. I remember watching that the first time and I was like, man, it's kind of a joke, funny moment, and I had no idea it even happened. But I'm such a big fan of just WayForward, and again, the creativity that they put into their games. Like, this is the kind of stuff. I almost said a dirty word like crap. I know, cover your ears, kids. But the idea that you just, let's combine dinosaurs and insects and we'll have food. Look at that Jurassic pork, Triassic tip steak. And I'm sorry for talking over the dialogue here, but in all honesty, it's something that you should just kind of experience. Go in fresh. Isn't my voice more soothing anyway? I'm kidding, of course.
Making it difficult for our staff to do their valuable work. But that's where all of you come in. It seems the early tests you participated in may have had unintended, well, benefits, you might say. Dr. Soares here can speak to that in greater detail.
Thank you. I'm sure some of you remember some odd side effects you encountered in our early tests. This is quite simply because our earliest samples altered the DNA of the host.
Oh dear.
The consumer.
I don't trust you. Mainly because you have big boobs. Mama told me never to trust anyone with big old boobs.
Deep within your genetics may be the exact gift that will allow us to resolve our current predicament. But not all of you, alas. So you might ask, how do I know if it's me? If I'm the one chosen by nature to bail out Ingest? Over the course of the next few days, you will undergo a variety of tests, both physical and molecular, to determine...
So as you can see, there's a lot of humor built into this story, which is great. It's not very snappy, but I still appreciate it.
Congratulations! You've been selected from an exclusive list of applicants to serve as our elite, combat interns.
Hold up. Internship? paid internship?
Money, money.
We certainly allocated compensation for your time, and seeing as the group is much smaller now, payment shouldn't be an issue.
Suck.
They've already breached the inner wall! On it! One phone call and I can have the entire police force here in 30 minutes or less.
Yeah, we were hoping to handle this matter internally, if possible.
That does make sense, in a way.
As I was saying, perhaps you brought along some form of makeshift weaponry.
I haven't met a monster my guitar can't shred to tears. Hey, Chief, you still messing around with that potato gun?
The Sportcaster? It's in my van.
Wonderful!
So yeah, your main characters use a guitar and a potato gun. We're obviously going to use the rocker gal because she rocks.
Go collect your equipment and report back. You start immediately.
And again, the music, the art, and this game plays very, very well. There are some control issues I had with it, but that's on me.
Meter's running.
Bon appetit.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
I'm taking charge of this.
He was holding me back anyway. For the time being, get a feeling for moving through the facility. You can run and crouch, jump, and fire your
So yeah, this first stage is more or less a tutorial of how to play the game. And again, as you can see, all these character models and designs of the enemies are just fantastic.
But you'll be able to aim in any direction as long as the button is held.
Yeah, it's your typical go right, up and down kind of deal. You can hold the right trigger, of course,
Heads up, we're
to stay
sending in
locked in a
little
direction.
backup. We have a stockpile
You get
of
weapon
pods
upgrades,
we
of
can
course.
send in during your missions. Shoot a pod to drop a
I'll let them
payload.
explain it.
You can actually hold two weapons, one active and one in reserve. Swap between them. Woo, weapons!
It's cutting-edge tech. If you pick up a weapon you're already holding, it will actually upgrade to a more powerful form.
But be careful! If you get hit, an upgraded weapon will revert. And if you, die, then you'll lose your active weapon. So...
I can't tell you how important it is to stay alive with a buffed weapon. Losing your powered up weapon is, in my opinion, the key to winning and losing. As you can see, I can get that buffed up. There's a spread shot there, which I replaced my electroshock weapon with
There.
for a boss fight, so now I can get 3 more hits on it. But this guy's cool. This is the Queen. What is it? Queen Spidersaurs. It's a pretty neat tutorial boss. Starts off by spitting some stuff at you. You just want to keep your distance. And of course, there's going to be things come from the sky here you got to pay attention to. Little baddies. The webbing, as you can see, can stop you in your tracks.
Down here!
Huh?
He's gonna charge! You'll be safe down here!
So like what? I just crouch and then jump?
Just crouch and then jump, baby. In real life, you can do the same thing. You got to be careful. You don't want to get too close to you. And of course, if you want to make sure you're using that floor. Oh, see, I was supposed to jump down there
Here we go again.
instead of letting him just smash me like he did. But I still get to keep my spread shot, which is great. There we go. So it's a fairly simple boss as long as you remember to use that floor underneath you to kind of like dodge his attacks. And there's my little upgrade steak.
Level complete.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. Gets way more difficult, but that's the gist of it. So you have a little dinosaur steak there, and now I get the ability to climb. So after each level, you'll actually get a new ability.
Weird aftertaste.
Congratulations. You've evolved.
Hooray, I did it.
The genetic information stored in that meat should interact with your internal structure and unlock a new ability.
Success! Yes! You can now climb on most walls and ceilings! Unless, of course, the surface is covered in slippery slime. Still haven't perfected
So that
the
was a
recipe.
detail I missed when I first played this, is you can climb on walls and ceilings, yes, but it's that slime. If there's any kind of slime, that green slime,
What?
you will not be able to do that. And I can't tell you how many times I would jump out a wall, expecting to climb, and then falling right to my death, pretty much.
Queen Spidersaur, our largest specimen. Big enough to feed an entire neighborhood, a school, a corporate party.
Yes, the Queen Spidersaur is large, dangerous, and still on the loose thanks to our heroic interns. But we have much bigger problems at the moment.
Indeed, the breach is wider reaching than we suspected. Specimens are quickly spreading throughout the complex. The initial breach seems to be in our laboratories. Specimens are being released from containment.
Along the way, destroy any evidence escaping creatures that you encounter. Speaking of which, if you come across any of our meat products,
Chow down! You want to keep your strength up.
She's exactly right. Let's commence the, operation. Push your way down the corridor to the elevators, then upward to the laboratory.
Everyone always tries to, like,
support as usual. Good luck.
mince their words. No, that's not the saying. They try to carefully elaborate what they're talking about. They think they're being sneaky, but the words they choose, they are not. All right, so the first mission is the laboratory, and this is going to provide our first real challenge in this game. Truth be told, I have tried to beat this game quite a few times now. I can't do it. I'm gonna have to go to easy mode, which I always try to beat games in normal mode, like the intended difficulty. I just feel like that's the way you're supposed to do it. So again, in this game, it is imperative that you hold on to your weapons. You do not want to lose anything if you want to stand even a small chance. Some of the enemies will drop food, which is to restore health with. This is probably one of my favorite weapons in the game, the purple laser. It'll go through enemies, it'll penetrate everything. But as you can see, I've upgraded my spread shot, so now I can shoot in 5 different directions, which is fantastic. And I didn't talk about this, but there was a little selection at the beginning of the mission where you can choose a friendly battle bot to help you get through. And depending on which one you choose, it'll do different things once you find it in the level. Whether it's kind of clear a room of enemies, kind of help you with protection against big fights, or whatever it may be. But yeah, you want to keep an eye out for all of the weapon drops that happen. So now I can upgrade that purple laser I was kind of talking about. Oh, baby. Yeah, see, now this thing, because of its direction and its weave, it can now just slice and dice through enemies, which is pretty awesome sauce. Now I could upgrade this spread shot, but I think it's already at max upgrade, so that's fine. But now we have upgraded weapons, which is amazing. Again, this is what you want if you want to stand any chance of getting through these levels, especially in the later missions. This purple one does so much damage, and it can just tear through these webs as well. Here's our first mini-boss. This guy is kind of a pain. When you see him start to get burpy, you want to jump over him. Doesn't give you a whole lot of time to do it, but you just want to get on the other side of him. And you can actually take care of him pretty quick. He does a lot of other stuff too, like he'll be jumping on the ceiling, gliding across the sky, puking on you, that kind of stuff. Put a little leg twitch in there.
Did you just talk?
I like that guy. You do see him a couple more times. But because I took a hit during that fight, I did lose an upgrade to one of my weapons. I don't really need that, because I like both of my weapons right now. This part's going to be pretty difficult, mainly because you're going vertical, and in true Contra-esque style... Oh, there's a shield. I really want that. Ah, darn it, but see, after I jumped, the shield went off screen, so now I can't get it. Which kind of actually helps illustrate my point, that when you go up, and things go off screen below you, you can no longer go below. Oh, man, that's right. I forgot that brick was going to come down. So, of course, I got hit, lost the upgrade to my spread shot. That's fine. We're still doing pretty good, considering. Like any other game like this. Oh, here's the shield. Ah, darn it, but I didn't. I meant to switch off of that gun so I can hold on to it. and have the shield. But you know what? The spread shot's still pretty good too. But now you get this shield that will go away after you get hit a certain amount of times. Oh, there's the bot. And that bot just cleared the screen of all enemies. But the shield will go away after taking hits. It will also go away after a certain amount of time, I believe. But it does come back, as you just saw there. So having the shield is actually one of the strongest items in the game. If you can find it, not only get it, but see if you can find a buff to it. So that's why I was kind of mad at myself for letting that shield go off screen earlier. Oh, there goes the purple laser down the drain. We're doing okay right now, because one of the big things is to hold on to the shield for as long as you can. And again, just being patient. I don't care how long it takes me to get over there. This little hopper above us is easily one of the more frustrating enemies to deal with because he has a lot of health and his projectiles kind of just go wherever. That's a really good weapon, but we don't need it. The spread shot's going to do us very well here. And we face our second boss, the Combiner. This guy's going to grab a couple of morsels on the left and right, shake them up all good and toy, and unleash a new enemy for us to kind of deal with. You see his claw come down, and that's going to give you an indication that he's going to swipe at you. You just want to make sure you time your jumps appropriately for that. I like his big old brain coming out the top there. You can't really see it the first time if you're not paying attention to it, but he does have a timer in his goggles, and that'll let you know when his next specimen is going to get unleashed. And then there's the swipe at you. As you can see, the timer does stop as he tries to claw your face off. I was going to say we might be able to get him before it's all said and done. Nice! But yeah, guys, that's Spidersaurs. There's one more upgrade steak. Medium rare. This game is incredibly fun, and I am terrible at it. But it is a challenging game that I want to just keep coming back to and beat. But as you can see, way forward, just another gem. I just love every single game they produce. That's going to be my time. Don't forget to check it out on Steam. I'll see you guys in the next one.
You may be aware, behind this facility, we've constructed an enormous